All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of 20 to Midnight, the D&D stream where maybe two heroes have to race against the clock if they want to save the world. My name is Gabriel Urbina. I am your Dungeon Master.
And my name is Beth. I play Helena Hailstorm, a human fighter from the Veldrin Empire, and I am coming to you as ever from London town.
And I am Emma Sherr-Ziarko. I play Kal, aka Calistoga Vance, a tiefling sorcerer from Boss Serenoth, and I am coming to you, as ever, from the land of enchantment, Santa Fe, New Mexico.
And I'm holding the fort here in New York as half of our usual New York crew. Our stalwart best friend, Mike Schubert, is still missing in action. Last time we played it off a little bit coy, but I think that we are now authorized to say, since he has posted it on social media, that the reason why Mike is taking a small leave of absence is because he just had his first child, his first tiny genetic replica of himself and one other person is now a thing that exists out in the world, and he's taking care of this tiny genetic replica.
And, so he went from being our fantasy dad in this campaign to a real dad.
I applaud your restraint, Emma, in using the word dad and not the similar word that ends in a Y, because that would have maybe been too much.
I would never just say such a thing.
We applaud the restraint.
Yes, thank you.
But obviously we miss Mike and we miss playing with him, but also we send big congratulations to Mike and to the Schubert household as a whole, and we are thrilled to be able to give them the time to focus on the important things while we do trivial things like saving the world over here at 20 to Midnight.
I mean, I really think priorities are not straight here, but I kid.
We have a bit to cook today. I'm gonna be honest, guys. This is one of these times where, like, as a dungeon master, I'm frankly terrified because I'm like, I think I know which way you guys are going, but you could surprise me, and then we will have to play a very long game of improv. So let's talk a little bit about what happened to last time. So Kal finally gave in to her long-standing desires to kill Helena. This is canon, the canon interpretation of events. Emma has been talking to me about this for a long time. I will happily pull up emails confirming.
He's lying.
He's outrageous.
He's lying.
No, we all have these urges, I understand.
Yeah, no, I don't.
No, the bill finally came due way back in the way back. Kal had gambled and lost 15 minutes of time to the evil Curator, a strange trickster fae being who seems to have knowledge of the ancient ways of the world. And the Curator decided to cash in those 15 minutes, just as you guys were leaving Amar and being transported to Veldria. And a battle ensued in which Kal fought Helena. Ultimately, I think by like a slightly narrow margin, all things considered, Kal knocked out Helena. And
it was very close, yeah.
And when Kal came to, once the 15 minutes were up, she found Helena still alive. But Helena's sword, the icebreaker, the void piercer that she had won all the way back in the Teldorath, was gone, with a note saying, "Your life for your sword." Understandably, some feelings were had, but we only had so much time for that, as the two remaining Eladrin teleported in to kind of have a summit of sorts with the two of you, now that you had acquired the third Void Piercer. And needless to say, some feelings were also had there, as the Eladrin thought that you guys were... basically, you kind of got a mild scolding and a little bit of enough with the side quests. You really need to focus on killing the Vintner and stopping what he is doing. You are told that as elements sort of keep unspooling, there may soon be 3 monsters that walk the earth and wreak destruction. So that's a thing to keep an eye out for and that you may have to deal with. You also were authorized to use the Eye of the Storm as a fast travel hub, both to kind of move things around and move people around as necessary. And after
What was the Gabriel? What was the name of the monsters?
if I have it correctly, the Sky
This is a
Darkener,
test.
the Land Reeker, and the Doom of the Waves.
Oh wow. Oh, I just meant collectively. Wasn't there a name for them collectively?
The Harbingers of Doom.
The Harbingers
That
of Doom.
sounds great. That
That's
sounds
yeah.
perfectly
How
reasonable.
could I forget?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a problem at all.
Are we not glad? And incidentally, there were statues of these monsters in this sort of arena temple where the spell that the Wizard of the Silicon Toll cast to send you to Veldria, where it was.
That's right.
You guys had a short rest. I don't know why. You seemed fit to handle anything
Yeah.
to me.
Totally
But I guess you decided to be lazy. And then emerged from this sort of hidden temple and started to head for the nearest city in Veldria, the sort of northern metropolis of Longbranch. Along the way, you had an encounter with my new favorite NPC,
I think all of ours.
one of Veldria's numerous clown squirrels that are extremely commonplace in Veldria,
The squirrel.
who
I love.
announced
We
to
must save
you
the squirrel.
that you should go to the Circus of the Final Opportunity, a circus that has set up shop outside of Longbranch, and that the Curator awaits there if you want to have more dealings with this creature. You arrived at Longbranch, sensibly for once in our lives, disguised Volt as a goat instead of as a surfer elf. Picked up a newspaper, and heard a little bit about how things seem to be escalating. There's a bug around me, so apologies if I seem distracted.
Oh, no.
How things seem to be escalating in Amar, where Solanese forces have begun to occupy some territory there. And you also heard a lot of advertisements about how amazing and how much fun this circus that has set up shop outside of the city is. You bumped into an old acquaintance of Helena, the young nobleman Odorin Summerhall, who was quite upset after a night spent at said circus when he was taken backstage by the proprietor to kind of a high-stakes betting game. And he bet what he thought was his own physical right hand. And instead it turned out that he bet the person whose hand he was betrothed to, a young woman named Harriet Lancy, who turns out that Helena might have a relationship with.
Which I
Might be
do.
beloved of.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. No doubt about it.
You then went to the premise of this circus, even though you were told that during the daytime there is no one there and nothing to do there. And you didn't find anyone there. You found the premises abandoned, but in a sort of hedge maze garden that had lots of statues, lots of life-size statues of people. You did find a statue of Harriet, implying that perhaps what Odorin told you was not just a drunken haze that he had completely made up. And I think that is where we left it. You were also told that you might be able to find some help in the local temple to the Night Star, and I think that was another place that you were considering visiting. But I think that we resume basically where we left off. It is the middle of the afternoon, a couple of hours before the sun sets, and you are in this hedge garden on the premises of this strange circus with various statues around you. What would the two of you and Volt like to do?
I think Cal just turns to Helena and says, What do we do?
Well,
I'm with you 100%. Whatever you need to do, we'll do it.
we need to rescue
You jump, I
Harriet.
jump.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, yeah, but, yeah, we gotta kill him. You might have to be wise about this because I'm not feeling very wise.
Yes. I will say,
Yep.
I think killing him might be hard. If we can do it, I would love to.
I think we
But
have to kill him, Cal, because we have actually tried to explore other ways of dealing with the Curator, and he keeps. I mean, quite recently, in fact, I tried to reason with him. You probably don't remember that because
It's very fuzzy.
yeah, but
Very fuzzy.
I cannot tell you how far over the line of things being okay this is. I mean, look at Harriet. Like, we can't fix this.
No, but we could try to convince him to fix. My only concern
Right.
is that if we kill him and she's still a statue, how do we turn her back?
We get in touch with our Eladrin friends.
Okay, but I will point out our last friend who got turned into a statue is still a statue.
Mm-hmm.
Though, what's her name? Is it
Maisie.
No, yes, Maisie got unstatued by Aurelia?
Aurelia, yeah.
Aurelia, yes. So, okay, you make good points,
Quick Arcana check there, Cal.
Okay. That's pretty good. 21.
So you say this point, and it's a pretty good point. And then in the back of your mind, you do have this awareness of there is being turned into stone, and then there is kind of being turned into stone, all capital letters. What happened to Maisie was a basilisk petrified her. As far as these things go, this is the garden variety of being turned to stone. And there are a lot of relatively simple spells that can break that condition. If it was a more elaborate thing, if, say, someone had a more powerful effect put on them, for example, what Demetria did to Captain Severin, or if, say, someone's soul was gone from their body and taken elsewhere, the enchantments that worked on Maisie might not work. And point in fact, you could go into town, buy a scroll of stone to flesh, come back here and cast it. Like, that is a thing that you could try.
Okay. I will relay my insight to Helena.
Okay. So you're saying we could buy a scroll, but also maybe
We can buy a scroll. I can definitely try.
But you were saying that maybe
I think the magic he used to turn her into stone is more advanced than that. But we can try.
But you don't think you think that we. What do you think we should do? You think we should force him to turn her back somehow? How will we do that?
I don't know. It won't be great. He'll want something in return.
He's got all the things already.
Well, we need. Well, okay.
I still really like the idea of killing him.
We could trick him.
We could trick him. The Curator.
Yes.
The master of the tricks. Should I stop shouting?
He'll hear us.
Okay, I'm trying to stop shouting.
Quick perception check. Quick perception check, please.
Okay.
17.
Great.
10.
Cal, you look around, there's no one around.
Yeah.
Helena, with your slightly sharper eyes, and you may not care, you do spot standing on a hedge 2 squirrels standing perfectly still, watching you, not blinking, just like
I'm gonna run at them.
staring at you.
I'm gonna run at them with my second best sword.
Do you actually take a swing at the squirrels?
I imagine they'll get out of the way, but yes.
The squirrels scamper off, but only enough to sort of another nearby hedge, from which point they stare pointedly, one at you, Helena, one at Kal.
Go. Should we just? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I think we can try the scroll. We can try to find a scroll, but maybe we just tell your master we want to talk to him. Yeah.
Did you understand?
No. I mean, but that was pretty clear hostility.
Squirrel, waves at you and begins to dart out of the maze.
I think we're supposed to follow him.
Okay.
Okay, let's...
We gonna leave Harriet?
I mean, she's not going anywhere.
Kal, it's too soon.
Okay, if you want... I'm so sorry, Helena. I tried to lighten the mood. It was not appropriate. Okay.
The squirrel darts back and chitters at you and sort of claps its hands like, come on, what's the delay?
Yeah. If you need to stay here, Helena...
What, so you can face no, I'm coming also, although...
Okay.
Do we have a plan? You
No.
think that we could deceive him with your new deceivingness?
Yes, I'm very good at deceiving.
Yes. What will we do, though?
Oh, yes, that's right. Let's see.
The squirrel comes back again and stares pointedly at you with his paws raised, going, you want to come or not?
We're coming.
We're coming. Just give us a second. I mean, yes, I do have quite the abilities now, don't I, with my tome of appearance and possibility. I'm so glad you mentioned that, because I would have forgotten about it.
Oh, no.
Phantasmal force. Nistul's magic.
The squirrel comes back holding a piece of paper and runs up the nearest hedge to you, Helena, and holds the piece of paper out to you.
Okay, I take it.
It is a pamphlet for the Circus of the Final Opportunity, and the squirrel will emphatically point towards a line that says, open at sundown.
Right. Okay. We ain't gonna...
Oh, so you're just trying to get us to leave the circus?
The squirrel nods. Points more emphatically at the line, open at sundown.
Yeah, but we've got business with your master.
Yeah.
Squirrel stares at you, unblinking.
Okay. I don't like doing what they say, but... Okay.
Maybe this'll... Yes, but maybe we do need some time to formulate a plan.
Make a plan. We gather our resources. We get as strong as we can. We get weapons, possibly allies. We speak to Maeve. We go to the temple. We what? I don't know. We can transport people from across the globe to come and descend.
Yes.
All of this?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as much as we can do in the next few hours.
Because the town are also, against the Curator. We can get everybody.
Yeah, we can go talk to your old friend, Odorin Summerhall. Maybe get some...
I feel he's slightly useless, but yes.
Well, but
the
yes,
man
but
that
maybe
thinks
he
that
knows...
you're a goat herd, once I remind you, Kal.
Whatever. He'll never see me coming. But
maybe we can get some advice from Maeve and the temple about how to deal with... Faye.
Yes, because we want a 2-for-1 with this. We want to get your sword back, and we want to get your love back. So we're gonna do it, by golly gee, and nobody's gonna get hurt.
Okay.
I don't know.
Great.
Let's do it.
I, for one, look forward to this check cashing.
Yeah.
Now that it has been written.
Yes, indeed. Okay. So...
What are we doing?
I
We
think we're
Yes.
leaving, right?
Yes. Well, yes.
Okay. What
We're
should
going-
we do first?
Temple
we
or
go
Maves? What do you
find-
reckon?
Maybe Maeve.
The
Maybe
temple,
Maeve
for what
first.
it is worth, is a little bit closer than Maeve's. Like, you would need to
Temple.
kind of walk. It's not quite you would need to walk past the temple, but you would need to. It is conceivably only slightly out of your way to go to the temple first.
I feel weird about leaving Harriet here.
You want to try to take her?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
You turn to see the two squirrels standing on top of the statue.
Get off.
They just stare at you, unmoving.
Get off.
They, like, dart off to avoid your hands and then kind of do a loop and come back around to the same position.
I hate them.
Kal, quick perception check.
Okay. Ooh, that's a natural 20.
As Helena does this, you see 5 more squirrels appearing and climbing onto the hedge behind you, and then 3 more climbing onto a different hedge, and they are all staring at you in that sort of unblinking, completely focused way.
Helena.
Oh, I'm so
I'm
sorry.
moving
Excuse
squirrels.
me. Pardon me.
Thank you. Helena.
I'm
if
moving
you
squirrels, actually, Cal, so if you could
Want,
just...
if you want to, there's a lot of squirrels, Helena.
Well,
And if you want to
so?
fight a horde of squirrels, I will fight a horde of squirrels with
We
you.
can fight a horde of squirrels.
It is starting to look like a scene from Hitchcock's The Squirrels. Because it is now sort of starting to be like the hedges are now lined with squirrels that are all staring
This is a
pointedly
lot.
at you.
This is a lot of squirrels, Helena.
I can't give up because of squirrels, Cal.
But you're not. You're not giving up. She's gonna be okay.
I try and move it. Her.
Oh, okay. Let's try and move her.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll me a strength check.
Okay.
Me too.
I, for one, look forward to the I'm not giving up because of squirrels t-shirt that will be coming to the 20 to midnight merch store in the days soon.
Yes.
I get a 23.
I got an 18, believe it or not.
We are strong.
We are strong.
This thing does not budge. It seems to be very firmly affixed to the ground beneath its feet. You would maybe need to break the concrete beneath it to be able to, like, take the statue off.
Okay. This is a silly question, Cal. You can't fix this with magic, can you? Like, no.
No.
That's okay. That's what I thought.
Not as of now. I'd need something else. Let me just
Okay.
be real
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Oh wow, I don't have many spell slots. That's right. That bastard used all my spell slots. Um.
Trying to kill me.
Yep. I mean,
You now see a nearby tree is now filled with at least 20 squirrels that are all staring down at you.
Just the squirrels. Okay.
I'm sorry, Helena. I don't
Yeah.
think I can without possibly hurting her. I don't think there's anything I can do.
Okay. I'm just going to tell Harriet quietly that I love her and that I'm coming back. So.
I will give you your space.
Okay.
And Kal turns and looks at all the squirrels.
The squirrels stare back at you unblinking.
And Helena just has that moment as best she can, surrounded by a lot of squirrels. Right. Let's
Okay.
go. If we
Let's
step
go.
on anyone on the way, so be it.
Sounds more than fair to me.
As you leave the sector of the hedge maze where the statue is, the squirrels do not follow you.
Makes sense that he would employ squirrels.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. He's a squirrely guy.
He's a squirrely guy.
Yeah.
Squirrely little guy.
He is. Okay. So we're going to
The temple.
The temple. We're going to the temple.
Okay.
What were we initially going to ask them at the temple?
So I think maybe that you, your new sort of
Oh, yes.
connection to the powers that Darkstar maybe recommended you go there in a sort of speculative way. But obviously, if there's any specific scroll defeating, curator banishing, healing, strength, prescience, magic that it can help with, I'm all open to it.
That would be the Night Star,
right.
not the Dark Star. Although the Dark Star sounds like a metal as fuck god.
Yeah. The
Night
Dark
Star,
Star. Yes. That's Satus's band.
Yeah. Which
yeah.
he is forming amongst the prisoners of a Solanese Navy ship.
Yes. Oh. I can't wait until we get his side of the story and he breaks free the other two dragons, and then I can't wait for that. Okay, yes. So to the temple.
Okay.
Okay.
It is a brisk but uneventful walk. As you do in a couple of other street corners, you hear hawkers yelling about local news, most of which is perhaps of passing relevance to Helena once in a lifetime, but I think right now, with her current mind state, would sound as little more than gray noise. Kal, you hear a little bit more about Solanese ships being on the move, and quite a lot of people talking very excitedly about how much fun the Circus of Last Opportunities is, and how excited they are to go there. They had a fabulous time there last night, and it's a great show. It's a lovely time. I won so much at the roulette table, and so on and so forth. But in due time, you arrive at the Temple of the Night Star, which seems like a much smaller but still somewhat grand version of the structure that you went to in Starfall in Amar.
Got it.
Do you enter?
Yes.
You find a young elven woman sitting at the reception desk, pouring a cup of tea. And as she is looking at the three of you, third one being Volt, her jaw will slightly slacken, and she will sort of keep pouring her tea to the point that it starts to overfill the cup.
Oh, you might want to stop doing that.
Oh, sorry. It's just, it's the two of you.
Yes, it's us. And our goat.
Yes. Your goat. Wow. She will look at a piece of paper and then look at you guys and then look back at the piece of paper and go, hang on for a moment, please.
What have you got?
No, just hang on. And she will rise and exit the room through a back door.
Can we just have a look at what she's got there?
She took the paper with her. You can take some of her tea, though, if you would like.
I would like.
Yes, I think you need a nice cup of tea, Helena.
Yep.
There you go.
It's nicely brewed. It's warm.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
She doesn't have it with sugar, so it's a little bit bitter, but on the whole, it's pretty nice.
I prefer it that way. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
What?
I don't know. I don't know.
No,
I don't know anything anymore.
I don't know. I think you do.
I'm untethered. It's either good or it's bad.
That
I
seems
can tell.
fair. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm not sure yet which one it is.
The inner door opens, but instead of this elven woman who emerges is a old gnomish woman with silver hair and walking with a cane with a blindfold over her eyes, a silver blindfold. And what last interesting physical thing has this gnome woman got going on? Emma.
I think she's got one of those moles right above her lip.
Nice.
With a couple little hairs poking out of it.
This woman will, sort of walk with her cane towards you and go, I presume that I'm talking to Miss Vance and Miss Hailstorm?
You presume correctly.
Wonderful. I am Elaine Blackroot. I am the High Initiate of the Night Star in this city. Our goddess manifested a dream to me 3 nights ago that the tiefling and the knight, accompanied by a goat, would arrive at our temple, and that I was to give them our most prized possession. For you would on a
Wow.
great mission, and aid would be tantamount to the continued survival of the world.
Wow.
I agree. That's lovely.
Yes, fantastic. You're so well informed. And
Yes, yes. What a nice dream for a
The
change.
Night Star works in obscure and mysterious ways, but every now and then the light of the moon is so bright that we can see every feature of its landscape. This is one of those rare times.
Well, thank
Well-
goodness for that.
yeah, our lucky day.
Indeed, because we are in need of some help, my good friend.
Wonderful, wonderful. Come this way. The fruit will be ready soon. Come. And she will start to walk back towards the temple, expecting you to follow her.
The fruit?
Yes, the fruit.
What kind of fruit?
Silverlight fruit. It's
know
only
where
just
this goes?
blossomed.
I don't know, but it sounds cool. Do I know what?
Roll me both a
Silverlight
religion
fruit?
and a nature check.
Okay. Not so great, but so religion, we've got religion is okay. Religion is 14 and nature is 12.
I don't think that's gonna cut it. Nah.
Dang it. Nah. I don't know, but listen, the Night Star has done pretty well by me so far. So I say let's
Follow.
go see what this
Fruit.
fruit of Silverlight is.
Bring on the fruit.
Bring on the fruit. Could go for snack. Bit peckish.
She leads you to this back room in the temple, which as soon as you enter it, you see it is basically kind of a greenhouse with all of these various mechanisms that connect to what looks like a retractable roof, which right now is closed. And this woman will go, to keep the sunlight out. The day star's embraces are too much for the children of the night, and here we plant only those flowers that bloom in the night star's grace. But this way, this way.
Lovely. Okay.
And she will lead you to this big central sort of circle of soil at the very, very heart of this chamber, upon which this small tree with silver, almost white, it kind of even looks slightly glowing bark is. And among its leaves, which are also this pale silver, you do see these two, they look almost like peaches, like sapphire peaches that are hanging off of it. And the priest will go, they bloom once every 32 years. When I first came to this temple, the last blooming had just happened. We were very lucky to get 2 this time. And they belong to the 2 of you.
Well, thank you. That's quite an honor.
I
What will
would
they-
ask you that you pick them yourselves. I am quite old and small, you see, and it would be quite a task for me to help the 2 of you out.
I think we can manage.
Good, good.
What will they do for us / to us?
Renewal, darling. They are. As the new phase brings a new moon, they bring rejuvenation and fulfillment to the body of those that nourish it. All wounds healed, all abilities restored at the bite of a full meal of a silverlight tree's fruit.
That sounds wonderful. It sort of sounds too good to be true. It's so unusual for things like this to happen to us.
This must be our luck turning around. Helena.
I'm just gonna say Volt to our goat. Do you trust this woman?
Volt sort of bobs his head up and down in a gesture that you kind of read as, I see no reason not to.
Okay. That's enough for me because, Helena, I have an idea.
Okay.
While it seems that we would probably benefit from each eating these currently,
Yep.
we could bargain them with the curator. It seems like something he might want if it's this rare.
Interesting. That's very clever, Kal. I wouldn't have thought of that.
I'm just a thought that occurred to me. And then if it doesn't work, take a bite. Good.
Okay.
I don't know, but maybe let's start with picking it and see
Okay.
what happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get the fruits off the tree.
Nice.
I, as DM Gabriel, will say, just
You
remember
probably needed-
the system that we're playing with, and that you
Yep.
need a full
Yep.
week of downtime to rest and recover. And health is one issue. Things like spell slots are another. So
Yes,
have that in consideration. I'm not saying that this is not a good idea. I'm just saying let's remember where we are.
Yes. Did she say, do we have to eat the whole fruit?
Yes, the whole
or is
fruit.
just
I
the whole
slightly
fruit,
misspoke and then
okay.
tried to correct myself. You need to finish the fruit.
You need to finish the fruit. Okay, so it's not like we could each take a bite of one.
No,
Be
this
good.
is basically you have been given 2 long rests in an instant.
Yes.
You can use them whenever and however you want to use them.
Yeah.
And make of that as you will.
Okay. Well, we are very grateful for
Very
these,
humbled.
nonetheless.
It is the will of the goddess. I am merely a humble servant.
Well, you do her proud, I would say.
I only ask that you do the same, and whatever mission you are on, that you do it, and that you do it for all of our sakes.
We are doing that.
Good child. Good.
Before we go, do you know anything of the creature that they call the Curator?
Some sort of ringleader of the circus, no? They say that he is quite a gambling man.
You could say that.
Not my speciality,
don't-
and I have not lost anything in that circus that I need to go looking for. It is only open at nighttime, too, which is when we conduct most of our services here at the temple.
That makes perfect sense. I just thought I'd ask.
Very good.
Well, thank you. This is invaluable. And thank you, Kal kind of says, as if speaking to the Night Star.
Cool.
Great.
Anything else you want to do here?
Anything else jump out as being something you can fiddle with?
Yeah, can we take a quick look around and see if
It seems fairly empty. A couple of priests are around. They seem to mostly right now be sweeping and cleaning the temple in preparation for the services that will start around dusk. Some of them are lighting incense. But beyond that, you don't see much of anything interesting going on in the main spaces of the temple.
Got it. Yeah, I think it's on to Maeve then.
Okay.
All right. And we can see what she thinks we should do.
Yeah, because she's always so decisive with her advice. But let's give it a try.
Yes, we can give it a try. Stakes are high now, so,
Very
okay.
high.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to look for an Eye of the Storm.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, everybody roll me an investigation check, please.
I get 19.
I get a non-natural 20.
Dang. All right, we fucking
Yeah.
rock it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes only some quick askings of people that look like they know what's going on before you are led to sort of this apothecary district in the city where there's a lot of sort of stores that are based around alchemy, around chemistry supplies, some laboratories, some workshops, and nestled between a couple of them, you see the familiar outline of the Eye of the Storm, with its bells waiting outside of the main door, and its blacked out windows.
Feels like coming home, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Yeah. Yes.
In a funny
right.
way. Right. In we
Would
go.
you like to do the honors?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You ring the bell, and a moment later, and as you enter,
Let's go in.
you see something that has never happened before. There are other customers in the Eye of the Storm at the moment.
Baffling.
These, what looks to be a human and either a dwarf or a halfling, both wearing sort of these blue robes with their hoods up, are currently browsing some books in the back section of the store. As Maeve sees the two of you arrive, she goes, welcome. I'll be with you guys again in a moment, she says to the two figures that are already there, and walks over to you, Kal and Helena, and goes, well. I guess that you guys Aurelia either really likes you or is really pissed off at you, but I got my shackles loosened a little bit.
Oh.
Could be a little column A, a little column B.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
where do you guys think the vintner is? What are we doing about that?
We have another issue, Maeve. We have another issue.
Do you
obviously
now?
the vintner. Yes, we do. Yes, we
Okay.
do. Yes, we do. You
We
may be
do.
aware that there is a circus in town, as they say.
I'm sorry, but remember, I'm still back in Amar. Where the heck are you guys?
Okay.
She kind of like glances over and sees what looks to be like some kind of switchboard-like object over the door on this side, and she goes like, Longbranch, Veldria. Okay, and we hate the Veldrin circus.
I think we should
do.
explain to her all about the circus. And
Yes.
about the curator.
And the squirrels. Yes.
I guess about the squirrels and crucially about Harriet and yes.
Maeve listens to it all and goes, first of all, Helena, that sucks, and I'm really, really sorry. Holy shit. Second, I'm sorry to be the person that says this, but could this wait? There's sort of this oncoming apocalypse that you two are extraordinarily well positioned to deal with in a way that no one else is.
But we need the sword back.
Okay.
And since the sword is with the curator, and the curator has Harriet, I think.
Okay.
What's
So
the phrase about two squirrels with one stone?
We'll call it arming ourselves back up.
Indeed. Because we are short of Satus and 2 dragons and a void piercer.
Absolutely.
So, we need to get a little bit beefier before we take on the vintner. I'm sorry.
Help or advice, very much appreciated at this point.
Okay. Maeve will then sort of go, okay, well, I'm sorry, but I have another thing that you're probably not going to want me to say, but hear me out.
Do you really have to say it then?
I think
No,
I
go
kind
on.
of do,
Go
Kal.
Go on.
So this being seems to have a lot of power and a lot of knowledge of the ancient ways of the world. He seems to be able to be anywhere, possibly be everywhere all at once. When you were trapped in the Solanese ship, he freed you when you didn't know where to take the dragon eggs. He pointed the right way. If he loves games so much, and you're reasonably sure that you can beat him, could you not maybe see if you might be able to win other things, like getting Blaze back, Helena, or getting Satus back? You know, is there, or even better, like, this seems like a powerful creature. Is there any way that you might be able to get him as an ally? He seems to have a fixation on the two of you, and especially on you, Helena. Is there nothing that could get him fighting on our side?
I mean, I recently, as he was trying to kill me whilst possessing Kal, sort of tried to go down that route of why don't we actually have a conversation here, and I was met with mainly violence, and every time we deal with him, things get somewhat worse. So I'm kind of not sure that playing game of chance with him for stuff that we really need is the way to go, but, you know, you're both wise.
I do like this line of thought. We just have to think, what would convince him to join our side, as he is rather an agent of chaos, and I think that is his primary objective.
Okay.
I don't think he's much good or evil. He's chaos.
He's anti-law. I would agree with that diagnosis, Kal. Yes.
So
okay.
what do we have, or could we give him, when all is said and done, that would please him?
And there may be a certain amount of, if he loves game, put a game in front of him. If he is sort of this person that enjoys a good chess game, don't try to argue your way out of playing chess against him. Meet him in his own terms. Meet him at his own game.
Yeah, I like this line of thinking, because plan B is just then we kill him. Which, frankly, I'm skeptical about our ability to do that.
I just feel like killing him, which I'm sure Maeve can understand.
I am sure
absolutely do, but there's other problems. If he really is a powerful Fae creature, those things tend to maybe not die quite as permanently as other ones. You killing him might be destroying one of the many bodies that he has. Killing him might send him back to his original realm. Killing him might just piss him off. There's also alternatively a world where killing him might make him respect you, and then he might be able to help you. But you know, you might be dealing with a truly twisted mind.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound, for whatever it's worth, like he wants to just kill you. I don't think that you're going to step into that carnival and be just filled with crossbow bolts and struck by lightning 3 times as you spring his magic trap. It sounds like he's the kind of being that would consider that, whatever twisted meaning these words would have in his mind, ungentlemanly behavior. So I don't think that you risk much by simply going and talking to him beyond whatever manipulation he might be able to spring upon you simply by that.
Maybe we could have him take down the Solanese Navy. He might like that.
He might.
That's a thought. That is a thought. That's a thought.
I feel like that's something he would like to do.
That's interesting. The Solanese Navy are, broadly speaking, on our side, except, of course, that they're not, because everything they do, we hate. Except for... Okay.
A succinct summary of a thorny issue. Maybe we'll go.
Yes. Yes.
They are also trying to stop the world, but we don't like, or stop the destruction of the world, but we don't like the way that they want to rule the world afterwards.
Exactly. They're trying to stop the destruction of the world so that they can rule the world.
Right. It's got to be a world worth having, right?
Right.
Beautifully put.
Interesting.
So, yes.
Okay. If you could just be a little bit turning things to stone, less of that. Okay.
Less of that, I think.
Let me see if I have a scroll, by the way, of stone to flesh. I'll be back.
That
One
would
moment.
be wonderful, Maeve. Thank you. Okay,
She
I
will
know...
go off into like one of the back rooms and leave you guys alone.
Yes. I understand the urge, the murderous urge. I really do. I feel it every time I see Razak. But I do think Maeve makes a point. He did almost kill you, but it was a game for him. It wasn't because I know. And so if we can somehow appeal to that and appeal to his sense of chaotic fun and get him to help us and get Harriet and your sword back, it might be worth trying.
All I want to do is rip him to shreds and get Harriet back, but
I'm not sure we can do both of those things.
I know, and I know Razak still has your dad and that you have also made sacrifices. So we do.
And she might have Satus too, and
well, quite.
And our dragons. So
okay.
I feel like that's my main idea of how we could appeal to him, because I feel like he would enjoy that.
Yeah.
But we have to play his game, as Maeve said, or play a game in order to do that.
Okay. Yeah. Any games you want to play?
I don't know. Do you think he'd like welly wanging?
Last time I screamed it at him, he didn't seem that keen. I think he's more cerebral on the whole.
Yeah, I think you're right. And we
I don't
lost
feel
our
very cerebral
we
right
lost
now.
we lost our cerebro.
We did. Our cerebro. Oh, Satus would have liked that.
He would have.
We gotta get him back. Okay.
I know. We will.
Okay.
We will. Okay. So I think this is the best plan of action thus far, and hopefully kind of, forgive me for the phrase, kills two birds with one stone.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Kal.
Yes.
You feel a tap on your shoulder. You find the taller of the two other people that were in the store behind you, and they will sort of take like a deep reverential bow and then hold up this envelope to you.
Am I being served? I'll say, thank you.
They nod. You
I'll
take the
a look
envelope?
down at Yeah, I take the envelope. Yeah.
Okay. You have the envelope.
Okay. I will look at the envelope first.
It's blank.
No, it's blank. Okay. I will open the
Is it
envelope.
suspicious envelope?
I don't know. Can I do any sort of... It's just a blank
As
envelope?
far as you
We
can
could
tell.
ask them.
Yeah. I mean, do you
What
want to
is
like
this?
detect magic? Oh wait, you don't have spell slots.
Hey. I've got some spell slots.
Was it 2 or
But-
1? I forget.
I've got...
Ooh.
I according to this, I have 4 level 1 spell slots and 1 level 2. All the others are taken.
Okay.
So I've got some,
Some
but-
spell slots.
but I don't think I have detect magic.
Let's ask them what it is. What is
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, is this gonna kill me?
They will take another bow and then sort of make a gesture of like,
Fine. And I'll open the envelope.
inside is parchment that just has written on it in neat handwriting the words knock knock.
Who's there?
The figure will bow again and produce another envelope and give it to you.
I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Anything on this one?
It's just another blank envelope.
Okay, I'll open that envelope.
Inside is another piece of parchment with just a word written on it. The word is B-O-O.
Boo-hoo.
The figure will pull back their hood and go, "No need to cry. The cavalry is here to fix all your problems. And a moment later, you see that it is a collie that rises from the deep bow. As Grima, behind her, pulls the hood back, revealing himself to also be there.
Are we ever glad to see you?
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Wow! That was maybe your best ever, Ikali.
I spent a long time working on it. Grima will go,
Yes.
she workshopped it. There was a whole process.
It was really good. It was really good. Oh, am I glad to see you too. Oh.
Let's take a quick break here.
Yeah.
Let's take 5 minutes. Catch our breaths. And afterwards, we'll come back and see if these two can be of any help.
All right. They can't hurt.
All right, we'll be back in about 5 minutes, folks.